Alright, hi everybody, welcome back to Alfprotocol, and in this video update I want to go ahead and give you the latest updates about Alfprotocol product line, because reacting to the current market conditions and reacting to the ever-changing market conditions and the interest of the investors, interest of the communities, interest of um, people in general in the crypto space, we decided to make some adjustments within the products that we are going to be offering. And in this video, I'm going to go ahead and walk you through the latest changes and give you a very special announcement about the latest upcoming product in the ALF protocol line. So first of all, ALF protocol already developed the majority of its features. So the fully finished products are already ALF lending and ALF borrowing. I will go a little bit deeper into them on the next slide, but I am very happy to mention that there will be a new product, completely new product, freshly developed from scratch, called the ALF betting. So, where you will be able to use ALF tokens to guess the next move in the cryptocurrencies market. You will be able to earn profit for the right guesses. Also, by using certain market analytics tool, you will have to try to move the chances and the probabilities to your favor. More on this later, but we are substituting the priorities for the ALF betting product ahead, and we are placing the ALF betting product ahead and on top of the ALF leveraged yield farming solution. Now, the reason is, even though the beta version is already developed and is launched, we are seeing no interest from the market participants in a DeFi yield farming solutions, not to mention the leveraged yield farming solutions, which is at the current market conditions when we have so much uncertainty. It may sound for people just too risky, not only to yield farm on a simple protocols, but to use leverage, involved borrowing, the risk of liquidations, etc. For the people current days, in the current market conditions, it's just too risky. We are seeing no interest in this product. So instead of continuously develop the product that shows no interest in the community and in the market participants at the moment, we are transitioning the focus to this ALF betting product, and I will show you some sneak peek very soon in this video still on how it's gonna look like and what kind of a thing I'm talking about. By no means we are canceling or stopping the development of leverage yield farming. We are simply optimizing it at a very we are placing it at a lower priority tier, simply because it's already out here and there's no interest. DeFi, especially on Solana, is pretty much dead. Sad to say that, but it's pretty much dead. The TFL on those protocols, on the biggest protocols, are continuously dropping. So even if we fully develop the product, we will have to partner with biggest decentralized exchanges. The TFL are on those exchanges are down. The hacking attempts are increasing. So it's better to be um, safe than sorry, yeah? Which means that at the current days, the yield farming, leverage yield farming solutions are not as effective. This is why we want to always provide the best we can. So by analyzing the changes in the user interest in the market in general, we decided and we created this idea of ALF betting, and I will talk about it in a few slides a bit more in detail. So first of all, let me go ahead and explain you the current product, which is the ALF lending and borrowing solution. Let me walk you through what you are able to do, and then I will show you the sneak peek of the ALF betting product. So first of all, the ALF lending and borrowing solution is already fully developed and fully launched, and you're able to do pretty much like four things. Yeah. First of all, you're able to supply the liquidity and earn an API on top of it. No liquidity forming risks like impermanent losses, and you can withdraw at any time. No strings attached, no time locks, anything like that. Which means that if you are keeping some assets, maybe Solana tokens, maybe USDC, USDT, whatever in your wallet, you can simply deposit those assets into the Alfprotocol lending solution and keep them there in the same way as you would keep them in your wallet, but those assets will earn you an API because those assets that you deposit will be used in over collateralized loans, meaning that the second thing you can do is borrow against your deposited liquidity in any supported assets. So you have two options. You can either deposit and be as an liquidity provider, supply liquidity and keep the money in and earn API, or you can deposit, but you can use the deposited capital as collateral and borrow against your deposits in any supported currency as well. Also, you can use borrowed capital elsewhere and repay at any time. Number three, a very important aspect is that we support multi-assets as collateral, meaning that you can deposit any asset and all of them will be taken into consideration and calculation of your maximum borrowing limit. Meaning that you can deposit some USDC, some Solana's token, some ETH, whatever else now and in the future supported asset. All of those assets combined will be used, all of the value combined will be used to calculate your maximum borrowing limit. And then when you have the maximum borrowing limit number, you can borrow in any of the assets as well, in multiple assets if you wish. Unless you can borrow different coins up to your maximum borrowing limit. So this gives you a freedom to move the capital and to borrow in different currencies while depositing in different currencies as well, which if you are an active DeFi investor, active DeFi trader, you are looking for ways to maximize the API, it can greatly benefit you because you may find some better percentages on one protocol, some better deals, maybe better positions on another protocol. So by supplying liquidity in ALF, you may see some better borrowing rates somewhere else. So you borrow against your deposit, go somewhere else and deposit there, etc., etc. I mean, it's up to you. But the best thing about it that you are in a total control of your positions. You are able to withdraw your supplied liquidity at any time if you don't have a borrowed active loan or borrowed capital. You are in control and you can repay your debt at any time to cut your interest. So you can borrow on Monday, repay on Tuesday. You can borrow on Monday morning, repay by Monday afternoon. Or you can borrow on Monday and repay in few weeks, months, etc. Yeah, you are in control. You can also repay the debt in parts or in full at any time. So if you borrowed $1,000, you can repay $1 every day. You can repay $50. You can repay the whole amount. It's completely up to you. And also, you can use borrowed capital anywhere outside Alfprotocol. Choice is yours. If you manage to use bridges, you can even bridge the capital and go and use somewhere even on a different chain. It's completely up to you. which is also a great benefit that we give you, the freedom to move capital. You are not obligated to use the borrowed capital only inside the ALF protocol. The borrowed capital will arrive to your wallet right away. It's fully on-chain transactions, and then you will be able to go ahead and withdraw, use, do whatever you want with that capital. When you are able to repay your debt, come back to our protocol, repay the debt, and your collateral will unlock as well, and you will be able to use the supplied money as well. You can either withdraw it or do whatever else you want. So it's a great product to use. And now let me show you the sneak peek of ALF betting. An ALF betting solution will give you a very fun way to trade the markets without actually trading them, owning the assets, or simply using the futures, etc. So we believe that there are two parts of traders: those who are actually doing it professionally for a full-time job, maybe, or as a part-time job, but they are doing it professionally. They have the full knowledge of understanding the markets. They have the full knowledge of the technical analysis, fundamental analysis, etc. So basically, they are the actual traders. But the majority of people have no idea what they're doing, but they're still trying to mimic those professional traders, and in most cases, they are losing money simply because of the lack of knowledge, lack of experience, etc. Which means that, what if we come with the idea to provide a fun way to guess the market movement and be rewarded for the correct guesses? So at the moment, you are looking at the very early beta version of ALF betting. So as you can see, we will have multiple options available with multiple assets available. You will have a limited time slot. In this case, we are testing everything on a 5-minute time slot, which means that on those multiple assets, you are able to make bets using ALF tokens. And the bet says that place your trade if, in this case, ADA, Cardano coin, versus US dollar is closing above 0.33. And you have 5 minutes. After the 5 minutes, if you are betting that the price will be above 0.33 or below, if you are right, you will earn profit. If you are wrong, you will lose your bet and the coins will be burned. At least that's our first option of thinking how to implement the odds and the price pools. So we have a few options. That's why the majority of it is blurred. But just to give you a brief idea and a sneak peek, so in this case, our oracles will be monitoring the current price of the assets, the timer, I mean, the round of the timer will always continuously go. I mean, the first round is 5 minutes, the second round starts again 5 minutes, and you're having multiple rounds of 5 minutes, and you're able to make your bets. There will be a different odds for up and down guesses. So if the current price is 0.33 and you believe that the market can be higher, let's say 0.34 or 35 or even 0.331, after 5 minutes, you can make your bets on the up. And if you are right, you will be rewarded in profits according to the odds. So your bet will be multiplied by the odds at that current time of your bet. So this is the fun way to make guesses on your transactions, on the market movement, which in our opinion, according to the current interest of the users, where they're trying to make everything simple and just have fun in the market, especially during bearish conditions, it's a great way and a great product to introduce. So as I mentioned, we are having certain discussions and a lot of discussions about the module to use for the odds calculation, whether it's going to be a completely betting solution or a prize pool solution where by making bets you are creating a big pile of a prize pool, and then the winning trades get distributed, the winnings from the losing positions as well. So basically we have a few options in mind. We are testing all of them, and as soon as we find the best working solution, we will simply stick to it. So yeah, that's our latest sneak peek of ALF betting product. We will have a very, very, very early beta release pretty soon. I am not gonna give you specific dates, but I would say that something about a month or two from now, we may actually have the first live website with fake tokens, with the mimic tokens, with demo capital for people to start giving us feedback on the platform, on the features, etc. And eventually we will move step by step to actually implement this fully on blockchain, fully on Solana, and enable ALF tokens betting as well, which would also bring a great use case and a great inflation control mechanisms as well, because the tokens will be burned, the supply should be reduced within the longer term perspective. So thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions about this product or our lending and borrowing solutions, if you are an institution willing to supply liquidity, please let us know and send us an email via info@alfprotocol.com, or or if you have any other questions, feel free to write us on Twitter or Telegram. Just make sure to double check if you are contacting the official representative of the project, simply because we have way too many scams happening within the chats that other scammers are trying to use our names, our photos, and they are trying to scam you. So please remember that we will never ever ask you to send any capital to some sort of a wallets. We will never ask you to connect the wallets outside the or official ALF protocol D app if you want to use the D app. We will never ask you to write your seed phrase, your private key, something like that. So always, always double check and never click on the links that are looking sketchy and they're not redirecting to the official ALF protocol app. So once again, thank you for watching. Hopefully this is exciting for you, as exciting is for us. And I will make sure to provide as many updates as possible as soon as we have some significant ones. And now, wishing you all the best, and I will see you on the later updates.